All right, y'all, let's go ahead and get this started. So the first part that we're going to do there is every minute on the minute. We're going to work for 4 minutes is all, but you're going to do both movements on the minute. So you're first going to start with 5 burpees and then to your feet quickly, and we're right on to those 10 air squats. So pretty sure we did a lot of burpees last class, so we're familiar with those. But go ahead and get to your feet. Whoop. Step on my stick. Where's my remote? All right, so we're gonna start with those 5 burpees, and then we're right to our feet for our 10 air squats here. 10 seconds, starting with 5 burpees. In 5, 3, 2, 1, go. 5 burpees. Remember, chest to deck. When you jump forward or step forward, land with those flat feet. Once you're done with that 5th rep, you're right onto those air squats. Shift those hips back and down, pushing those knees out. You got 10 reps. Keep working to keep that chest up. And then rest once you're done with those 10 reps. All right, onto those 5 burpees, 10 seconds. Round number 2. 3, 2, 1, go. Think of the burpee as just your cardio, no equipment needed, not a lot of space needed. And then you got those 10 squats. Remember, keep working to push those knees out. Get your glutes working. Think about all 4 corners of your feet on the ground. You're not shifting towards your toes. Once you're done with those 10 reps, rest. All right, 10 seconds, starting round 3. Whew. Right up in a hurry. All right, 3, 2, 1, go. 5 reps. Finish with those 10 squats. Really working to get that full depth. Hip crease below your knee each time. You're done with 10, go ahead and rest. Woo. On to our 4th and final here, 20 seconds. Ten seconds. Last time here, then we'll do a little stretching. 3, 2, 1, go. Last time here, 5 burpees. Last 10 squats. Good, once you're done with those 10, go ahead and rest. Nice work, y'all. All right, next we got those dynamic spiders. So go ahead and get in a high plank position to start. And then take your right foot up off the ground, bring it forward, set it outside that right hand. Drop your back knee. Just gonna push on the inside of that right knee. Let your left hip come a little bit closer to the ground. Pull that right shoulder back, looking over that right shoulder. Keep pushing on the inside of that right knee. And then square your hips and shoulders back to the front. Let's go to a half split. Shift your hips back. Flex that right toe. You can keep a nice bend in the knee, right? You're just looking to get in that hamstring. So each day it might feel a little bit different. But try to lean over that front leg. Maybe crawl your fingertips forward. Keep flexing that right toe back. All right, crawl back forward. Take that back knee off the ground. Back to our high plank. Go the other side. Left foot lifts. Bring it forward. Set that back knee down. Take that left hand, push on the inside of that right knee, or excuse me, left knee. And then let that left shoulder come back. Look over your left shoulder. Let your right hip come a little bit further to the ground. And then square your hips and shoulders back to the front. Shift those hips back to your half split. Lean over that front leg. Keep thinking flexing that left toe towards your face. Might also see how you're, if you move your hips left and right, how does that change it? Again, the whole objective is the back of that left leg. When we do a lot of sitting like we're doing right now, you feel that. All right, shift back forward. Take your right knee off the ground, back to your high plank. We're gonna go 2 more each side, but a little faster. So right leg lifts, bring it forward, back knee down, look over that back shoulder. Good, square it back to the front, back to that half split. Should feel a little better each round, hopefully. Crawl back forward, back to your high plank. Left foot lifts, bring it forward, back knee down. Look over that back shoulder. Square it back to the front, back to your half split. Crawl it back forward, back to your high plank. 1 more each side. Step it forward, look back, back to your half split. Good, crawl back forward, high plank, left foot comes forward, back knee down. Look over that back shoulder. Back to your half split one last time. Crawl back forward, back to your high plank, and then walk your hands all the way back to your feet and just come up to stand, keeping your hips high. Oh, good. This is a nice, great little stretch here for the hips. So get your feet set in your squat stance. And then from here, you're just gonna hinge all the way down, right? So bend your knees a lot and grab your toes. Put your fingertips under your toes there. And then from here, you're going to bring your hips underneath your shoulders so you're into a really deep squat. So my arms are gonna be inside my legs, right? And I'm actively gonna try to push out my knees with my elbows and pull my chest through, okay? Now keep your fingertips on your toes. Bring those hips back up again. You might even round out your spine, move left to right. That feels good. Keep your fingers on your toes, drop back down into that squat. Push your knees out, pull that chest through. Good, fingertips on toes, hips back up again. I'm gonna do this 6 times. So back down, there's 3, hips up. Back down for 4, keep pushing those knees out, bringing the chest through, hips up. 2 more here, back down for 5, hips up. 1 more time, and then bring those arms out in front. Go ahead and come up to stand out of the bottom of that deep squat. Next, we've got some little chest warm up here. So get your feet right underneath your hips, more narrow than a squat, right? Bend your knees a lot, go ahead and hang it down. So this already should be a hamstring stretch right here. Put your hands flat on the ground and walk out to a high plank. And then give me 2 of your best push-ups. Toes or knees, it's up to you. Give me 2. And then lower all the way back down after you do those 2 push-ups. Untuck your toes. You're gonna put your right arm out, either to a goalpost position, a Y or a T. Right ear comes to the ground. Left hand underneath that left shoulder. And then left leg's gonna come up and over to that right side. Little scorpion here. All right, roll it back to center. Let's go the other way. Left arm out, left ear on the ground. Right leg comes up and over. Good, roll it back to center. Tuck your toes. Get your quads off the ground. Push up to that high plank position. And then keep your hips high. Walk your hands all the way back to your feet. And then all the way up to stand, okay? So that was a walkout, 2 push-ups, and then we did a scorpion each side. So let's do that 2 more times. So hang it down, walk it out. 2 of your best push-ups. Back down to the ground, right arm is out. Left leg comes up and over to that right side. Good, back to center. Left arm out, right leg up and over. Good, back to center, tuck those toes, high plank. Walk your hands to your feet. Stand up, 1 more time, right back down. Walk it out, 2 push-ups. Back down, right arm out, left leg up and over. Back to center, left arm out, right leg up and over. Back to center, tuck those toes, high plank. And then walk those hands back to your feet. And come to stand. All right, and then go ahead and grab a sip of water. You can have a seat for a moment and we'll go over the next parts of what we get to do. Okay, so for the workout, it's only going to be 7 minutes. So remember, an AMRAP stands for as many reps as possible, 7 minutes of work, right? Which, you know, isn't a super long time. When you're working intensely, it's pretty hard, right? You wouldn't it wouldn't be possible to complete 7 minutes working at like 100-meter dash pace, right? So 7 minutes is what it is, but that's the time frame that we're going to work with today. So each round we'll start with 3 burpees. We did those in the warm-up, so we don't need to review those. And then our next movement is deadlifts. So a deadlift is simply picking something off the ground, right? So example, this week we moved these like 2 feet by 2 foot cement blocks. I'm pretty sure they weighed about 65 pounds or so, but super awkward. And you had to pick those off the ground, right? If I did that over and over with bad form, my back would hurt. But it doesn't, right? Because I know how to use that good form. So as far as the equipment you use today, if you got dumbbells, great. I'm going to show you how to use some different equipment you might have. This is just a weighted medicine ball, but you could use a backpack, right? A backpack where you could throw all kinds of weights in there, a suitcase, you know, a duffel bag, anything like that that you can put a little bit of weight in it, okay? So if you've got an object like that for a deadlift, you would stand over top of it, right? So it would be in between my feet there, and then palms would face each other to grab it. And then I want to pull those shoulder blades back and down to get a nice flat back, okay? And then as I stand, my hips and shoulders come up at the same time, back stays flat, and then I come back down, right? So at no point am I lifting like this, right? I want to keep that nice flat back the whole time. So there's an option if you're using, you know, one object. If you have a stick, right? This is 5 feet long, kind of like a broomstick. I can do the same thing, right? I'm going to start at my mid shin. My back's still going to be flat. And all I'm doing is standing and then coming back down. So that bar is tracing my legs there, okay? Learning the movements. If you have a band or something like this at home, you could stand on it with that deadlift stance here. And then same thing, right? I get nice and flat, and then I'm just holding on to that band as I stand up, okay? So there's a few different options. Go ahead and try a few deadlifts with whatever you're using today. See how that feels. I've seen people even use like big bags of cat food or dog food, works pretty well too. It's just all about using that form. Sweet, yep, you got Oh, good. Nice. Emma. Yep. With the backpack, and just keep your arms nice and long. Don't bend the elbows at all. Yep. So if you've got a backpack, right? So I've got a backpack here. There's lots of different, I can hold it from the handle, I can go from the side, whatever makes sense, right? So arms will stay extended, stand, back down, stand, back down, okay? All right, so that's our next movement, right? So you got 9 of those. The next movement is hang power cleans. So if you're using a stick, right? So I'm gonna start at my knees right here. I'm gonna scoop it up into my hips, right? Because it's my hips where the power comes. And then I receive it in that partial front squat, right? Scoop it up, come through. If I'm using one item, right? I could do the same thing with a ball, right? Comes up, right? So I'm not bicep curling it, right? I'm using my hips, the power in my hips to bring that weight up, okay? So try a few of those with whatever you're using for equipment today. Nice, good. So with those sticks, really work to get your lats on. So pull those shoulder blades back and down to get them active. Because even though, we don't necessarily have heavy weights, or most of us don't, you can still dial in that form and get a really good, workout from it. All right, and then once you're done with those hang power cleans, the next one is a push jerk, right? So I get done with my 7 hang power cleans. Now I'm gonna go overhead with it, right? So the first move I'm gonna do is a dip, punch the weight up overhead, and then come back to stand. So dip, drive it up, drop under it. So try a couple of those. You could use your dumbbells, you could use your stick, you maybe could use your backpack. I would hit my ceiling because it's too low. Good, Creston, good, Jackson. Sweet. Okay, so we're just gonna keep going through those 4 movements as many times as we can within that 7-minute window, okay? All right, get one more sip of water if you want it. And we'll start with those 3 burpees. All right, here we go. 10 seconds. We're only working for 7 minutes here. Start with those 3 burpees. 2, 1, go. Once you're done with those, you got 9 deadlifts. Whatever equipment you're using, right? If you got dumbbells, you can go outside your feet, tap and stand. Keep that nice flat butt back. Push through the ground with your feet as you stand up. Nice proud chest in the bottom. Once you're done with those 9, 7 hang power cleans. Starting at the knees, receive it, partial front squat. Up. Going for 7. Nice job, y'all. Let's show with those. You got 5 jerks. Dip, drive it up, drop under it. Going for 5. Once you get done with that first round, go ahead and move to the second. Oh, Daniel, for the overhead, yeah, if your ceiling's too low, you can always do like a kneeling strict press. So just kneel and just do strict shoulder press there. Thanks for letting me know. All right, on to that round 2 if you're done. balls. Then onto those 9 deadlifts. Keep a nice proud chest in the bottom of every rep. Keep ticking through the reps, y'all. You got it. We get out to that snow here soon. I want you to know with those 7 hang power cleans, you're on to 5 jerks. Think about biceps by the ears at the top. Everything in a nice stacked position there. Nice job, y'all, to keep it up. Yes, good. Nice, Isaac. We're 3 minutes in, y'all. 4 minutes left is all. You can also do, so a sumo deadlift is where your feet would be outside your weight, right? So if you got dumbbells, you can always do them with your feet wider. As a taller person, which I am not, but for taller people, sometimes that deadlift feels a little bit better. Because the distance you have to travel is further, right, than somebody who's my height. Which is probably hard to tell on the screen, but it's about 5'4" on a really good day. Maybe standing on the curb a little bit. Nice job, y'all. We're well over halfway done. Keep it up. Last class of the week, hopefully. Nice job, y'all. My band for the deadlifts. These are nice to have for a home gym, right? Lots of stuff you can do with those. Just keep ticking through it, y'all. A little over 2 minutes is all. Things with the band. Possible, they're a little funky, but possible. Nice job, y'all. Keep working. Short time. On that overhead, biceps by the ears every time. Here we go, a little over a minute is all. Here we go, y'all, last 60 seconds. Come on, how many reps can you get? We're almost there. If you can get through this round, maybe start another. Don't rest yet, we're almost there. Oh yeah, nice job, y'all. 15 seconds. 5 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Rest. Hoo-wee. Nice job, y'all. Catch your breath. Maybe get a sip of water. $11:15. Good deal. Got lots of time. Okay, last little part here. Got a little extra strength and midline work. Don't want to send you off without some core work. Okay, so for this last little bit, we're going to go 3 rounds. You're going to start with 8 lateral to the side raises. Okay, so something that works really well, a household item for this movement is like a can of soup. Right? Maybe something, you know, if you have a bigger can of soup, I don't know, but something that's pretty light, you know, 3 to 5 pounds or something like that for the lateral raises. Okay, so go ahead and stand tall with your, you know, soup cans or whatever you might have, okay? So standing tall means that, you know, my knee is over my ankle, my hip is over my knee, my shoulder is over my hip, right? So I'm in a nice straight line here. Okay, so now with my arms by my side, I'm gonna roll my shoulder blades back and down, get my stomach tight, right? So if somebody's gonna punch you in the stomach, you tighten it, right? So tight core, and then you're just lifting up to parallel and then back down, okay? Go ahead and try about 4 of those, see how they're feeling, right? These aren't swinging, right? But here, I'm really using my shoulders to lift that weight up, okay? So those are lateral raises. We'll start with 8 of those. Next is that plank knee to elbow. Let's try a couple of these, but I think we're pretty familiar. So get in a high plank. And we'll do 6 each side. So right to right, left to left, right? So go ahead and just try a couple of those. You're looking to keep your hips level with your shoulders. All right, and then our next move is a bent over row. You could use your backpack for this, will work well, your 5-foot stick and dumbbells, so any of those. Demo with the dumbbells. So my feet will be in my power position underneath my hips, more narrow than my squat. And I'm gonna push my hips back a little bit. So I have a nice soft bend in the knee, but you'll notice that my shin is still pretty vertical, right? It's not coming forward. It's still, my knee's still over my ankle there. And then from here, roll those shoulder blades back, driving the elbows back, squeeze your shoulder blades together. So that's your bent over row. Go ahead and try a couple of those. So we'll do 8 of those. And then our last movement is a V up, more midline, right? So laying flat, and then you're looking to lift your feet and your hands, touching your fingertips to your toes as you come up there, okay? My hamstrings are a little tight, so getting my legs straight is not gonna happen. But for some of you, you might be able to, you know, point your toe, keep your legs straight. Just do the best you can on those, but you have 12, okay? So let's go through this 3 times together, and then we'll be done. This one's not on the clock or anything like that, okay? All right, let's start with those lateral raises. So get to your feet if you're not there. Roll those shoulder blades back and down. Get your midline tight. Then just coming up to parallel. 8 reps here, so go ahead and go. This is a nice controlled movement. It's not for speed. Once you're done with those, you can set your weights down. Next, we have that plank, moving your knee to your elbow. On this first set, let's just go same side, okay? So high plank, right knee to right elbow, and then left to left. So keep going back and forth. You got 12 reps here. Keep those hips low, level with your shoulders. Going for 12. And then once you're done with those, back to your feet. Get your dumbbells or whatever you're using for your bent over rows. You could use your 5-foot stick or your backpack. Right, nice soft bend in the knee, hinging the hips back, roll those shoulder blades back and down, and then drive your elbows back. You got 8 reps. Think about your right and left, moving at the same pace, and then really squeeze those shoulder blades together. You got 8 of those. And then onto the ground again, you got 12 V-ups. Go when you're ready. A good modification for V-ups too is lemon squeezes, right? So that would be your hands are facing forward, palms down, and then squeezing up fingertips to heels. So if your back's feeling a little funky in those V-ups, those might feel a little better. You know, for me today they are, so. Okay, on to round 2, y'all. Back to our second set of lateral raises. Remember, get that midline tight, shoulder blades back and down, and then just lift it up to parallel. You can always change this to a little bit, right? Have your palms facing forward, changes the movement a little bit, what muscles will be firing there. But again, going for 8. And then we're back to our high plank. This time, let's go opposite. So right knee to left elbow, and then left knee will go to right elbow. 6 each side. Go ahead and go at your own pace there. Try to make contact, your exact knee to your exact elbow. $12 reps there. For bent over rows in my demo with a stick, you could, you know, with a broomstick or whatever, do them this way this time. So again, nice soft bend in the knee, hinge down so the weight's at your knees there, shoulder blades back and down, drive those elbows back, just squeezing those shoulder blades. Even if you don't have weight, you can still work the movement pattern, and the isometric hold of being in the position is still gonna get you stronger. So you got 8 of those, and then on to either V-ups. You could also do sprinter sit-ups as a nice modification for V-ups. And I think we've done those in here, but opposite finger to toe, right? So just one leg, one arm at a time. So whatever variety you want, go ahead and get 12 reps in. Nice job, team. We're almost there, y'all. All right, onto our feet for that last round. Last set of those lateral raises. Again, roll those shoulder blades back and down, tight midline. Coming on up. Think about control on the way up and on the way down. And our right and left traveling at the same speed. It's very common to have imbalances left and right. Strength, mobility, all those things All right, back to our plank knee to elbow. You can do same side or cross, athlete's choice. You get to decide. Get 12 reps though. Nice job, y'all. Way to work. We're almost done. I never really know if that's good news, right? To be done with the workout. Some days just feel real good. Okay, last set, bent over rows. Whatever equipment you're using there. Nice soft bend in the knee. Weight at the knees, drive those elbows back. Little pause at the top. Oh, I think I did a bonus rep. All right, and you're on to your last set, 12 midline. Athlete's choice, V-ups, lemon squeezes, or sprinter sit-ups. I'm gonna go with lemon squeezers for myself. Once you're done with those 12, rest. We made it through. Weaver workout number 4. Good work, y'all.